Back here in our Dunk for Diabetes coverage at Walsh University Alumni Arena, getting us set for Game 2 of the 4 games we're bringing to you here on Sports Time Ohio. Welcome back. Here, one of the big ones, Huntington Prep, one of the top teams in the country, taking on Benedictine from Cleveland. Along with Pat Vuyancih, I'm Pawlowski. Again, thanks for joining us here today on Sports Time Ohio. And boy, Pat, these two teams, a lot of individual talent on both, but Huntington Prep, about their entire roster, is going to be playing on a Division I college program at some point once they all graduate.
They have some PT peers, especially this Andrew Wiggins. Fans, again, if you're in the area, stop by and come and see this kid play, because he is a treat to watch.
Yeah, Andrew Wiggins last night, 30 points, 14 rebounds, 5 blocks, and 2 assists against Mentor. And Mentor gave Huntington Prep quite a fight last night, but this kid is just so good. And you talk about kids that can do it all. He really can. He can shoot, he can drive, he can post up, and he's the top-ranked senior in the country.
What I love about him, Al, is that he plays an old-school game. What I mean by that is he lets the game come to him. He doesn't force shots. He'll score going to the basket, or he'll grab an offensive rebound. He didn't even attempt a three until late in the fourth quarter yesterday, and when he started shooting threes, he made both of them. And then he makes his free throws. I mean, it's a nightmare for a coach, and for Benedictine, they're going to have their hands full big time tonight.
Well, not only Wiggins, they've got a number of players, including Monte Gil Caesar on Huntington Prep, who's another guy that you've got to watch out for, and that's really the problem. Everybody in the starting 5 you have to watch out for when you're playing Huntington Prep. But Gil Caesar's one of those guys that, again, has a lot of ability and can do a lot of different things.
He's ranked 17th in the country as a sophomore. That's how athletic he is. This kid's body is chiseled like a Greek god, and I tell you what, he knows how to use it. So the Benedictine kids are going to have their hands full there too, and not to mention the other 6 or 7 guys that they have, as you see Monte walking there right now.
Yeah, he's the 17th best player in the country by Scout.com. And for Benedictine, they've got some players who are now starting to put it together a little bit. In preseason, they were a top 25 team in the Plain Dealer poll in Cleveland. They're 4-9, but they've won 2 of their last 3. And one of those guys, Asher Poole, is a player to watch for and a player that's finding his stride here. A lot of athletic ability for Poole.
Yeah, Asher is a leader. He does everything. If they want him to score, he'll score. If they want him to defend, he'll defend. He's the type of kid that embodies what Benedictine Bengal and the Benedictines are all about up there in Cleveland, and he really is a leader.
Well, Wesley Parr is also another guy to watch for. He had 25 points on Friday night in the win against Notre Dame Cathedral Latin, and there again, a couple of guys that you've got to watch for, and there's some nice role players in this Benedictine team as well, so it's not a simple case of shut one guy down, you shut down the Bengals.
No, I'm going to tell you something. These Benedictine kids will be ready. They will not shrink from the challenge. What they have to do is they have to play good team basketball right out of the gate, have good possessions early so they can feel confident to play with Huntington.
You know, when you've got a team like Huntington Prep as well, and I talked about how each one of these guys, their starting lineup is going Division I in college basketball. What do you do defensively? Because generally there's 1, 2, maybe 3 guys you've got to watch out for. Well, there's 5 and another 4 or 5 coming off the bench. So as a coach, Pat, what do you do to try to keep these guys contained? You
have to have great possessions. You hope that Huntington comes out a little bit slow out of the gate because they played such a physical and intense game last night. Maybe they'll be a little sluggish early, and if you get good possessions, you make those possessions count on offense, you get back on defense. You can't get into a running game with these guys. Get back on defense, identify their one shooter, who's Xavier, Rathan, and do a great job of staying in the lane on the other guys, especially Wiggins, and keep them off the boards. You got to fight like crazy. 5 guys have to rebound tonight.
Yeah, so we'll see how it all shakes out. Tip-off's coming up in just a few moments. All the action for you right here on Sports Time Ohio as our Dunk for Diabetes coverage continues from Walsh University and Alumni Arena. We'll be back with the starting lineups and the tip-off for Game 2 of our 4-game coverage, Benedictine and Huntington Prep.
This is the kind of place that people know your name and they know you count. And I think the ability of the teachers here to help you become authentic helps you become a more successful person. And it's very hands-on, and the culture is very much about individual growth, individual development, and taking that and moving it into the world.
The Dunk for Diabetes Shootout brought to you by Notre Dame College, changing the world one student at a time. And by Altman Hospital, leading our community to improved health. Our high school game of the week brought to you by Notre Dame College here at the Dunk for Diabetes in Canton, Ohio. Game 2 of our 4-game coverage, along with Pat Vuyancih. I'm Al Pawlowski, Steve Warren directing. Gene Winters producing as you get a look at the numbers on these two teams. And Huntington Prep is a team that will travel around a lot. They'll go to 10 different states, 2 different countries to play out their high school basketball schedule this year.
Yeah, they play in tournaments every weekend. These kids are used to that. They travel all year when you count their high school season and then their AAU season in the spring and summer. Kids today are traveling like pros. They wear the pro gear. They travel on planes. They travel on air-conditioned buses. I mean, it's not the Bush Leagues anymore when you're a stud athlete anymore in this game.
Let's take a look at the starting lineups for today's game. First up for the Benedictine Bengals for Cleveland, they're starting 5, and a couple of guys to keep an eye on. Well, Wesley Parr averaging 12 points a night, and then their 6-man TJ Steele. He'll be coming off the bench. He averages 11.
Yeah, TJ was a starter, but they found that he gives them a big boost coming off the bench. He had 27 the other night. Tyshawn Powell is a kid that's going to be a big key because he's long and lanky and can really jump. So he's going to have to use his athleticism to guard and also to rebound.
There's Coach Al Wilson for Benedictine, Pat. And
that's actually Norm Roscoe, the assistant
coach. That is Norm,
coach.
You're right.
Norm was a great player at Benedictine and won a Division II national championship as a player in college. And there's Al Wilson right behind him with the bow tie.
Yep, he's even got his Letterman's jacket on right there.
Isn't that something? I love that. I love the tradition that Benedictine has. And Al is all about that, and that's a big part of why Benedictine is such a great institution.
There's the Huntington Prep Express, 4 seniors and 1 sophomore in the starting lineup. 4 guys averaging double figures. Andrew Wiggins, 21. Xavier Rathan Mays, 12. Monte Gil Caesar, 10. Moses Kingsley, 10 a night.
Yeah, Xavier Rathan Mays had a rough game last night. Last year when we were here, Al, you remember, he was stroking it from the letters out in front of the head coaches against St. Ed's. He can really stroke it from deep. He did struggle last night. I expect he's going to try to come out and really get it going early tonight.
There's Rob Fulford, the head coach for the Huntington Prep Express. He has coached many players already that have moved on to the Division I college level, and he's got the top-ranked senior in the country in Andrew Wiggins. Pat, your keys for today's game for these two clubs.
Well, Benedictine is going to have to do a really good job of handling the possessions early in the game, and then they're going to have to really get clean possessions offensively. They also have to do a great job of playing defense and neutralize the size advantage. If you're Huntington, you want to get it out and run. You want to use your athleticism early, and you want to just attack early. You don't want to let Benedictine feel like they can get into the game early and hang with you. You want to put them away early so you don't have to work so hard to beat them.
Yeah, the Huntington Prep Express challenged last night by Mentor, but they were able to come out on top. We'll see how much that takes out of them here today. Benedictine with the win on Friday over NDCL.
Yeah. Huntington at every position will be more athletic, but the Benedictine kids have enough athleticism. They're just going to have to play super strong and super smart basketball tonight.
Moses Kingsley will jump center for Huntington Prep. He'll go against Tyshawn Powell. It's Benedictine wearing the dark blue jerseys, Huntington Prep in the whites.
Tyshawn can jump. I've seen Tyshawn play.
Should be an interesting jump ball.
He was right there.
Up there, yep. Huntington Prep controls. Travon Landry will go to work against the Benedictine man-to-man defense.
Run a little scissors cut, start off.
There's Wiggins. Challenge there by Powell, who got a piece of it on the block.
And what's interesting about that matchup is that Tyshawn is a lefty. And Wiggins likes to go to his right almost every time, so that's a good matchup if he can continue to hold good position and not foul.
And Benedictine on top first. Justin Lane drains the jumper there from about 16.
Only a freshman.
Now Benedictine trying to trap. They get the ball out of bounds as they knock it away. It'll be Huntington Prep basketball. Well, if Justin Lane can do this for you, it's a good start.
I stand corrected. He's a sophomore, but not much difference. Didn't hesitate to pull the trigger there.
Travon Landry. Huntington gets their first two.
You're going to have a hard time seeing past Coach Wilson here tonight.
Yeah, he's standing right up in front of me.
Steak, do your thing, Coach. Don't listen to us.
Powell's long on the jumper. Here comes Wiggins on the run out. And Huntington Prep goes up by 2. Austin Grandstaff the basket there.
Well, and that's the danger of taking an early shot like Parr did, is that Huntington's, the Express, is just going to get it out and run. They showed a 2-2-1 press there.
Lane couldn't get the shooter's touch. Back up, couldn't go in either for Wesley Parr. Huntington Prep with the basketball. Here's Landry. Open man in the corner is Gil Caesar. That's all net for the triple. And just like that, Huntington Prep out to a 7-2 lead after they were down 2-0.
Yeah, and they're in an extended defense that they didn't show last night, so this is one adjustment that Benedictine's going to have to make right away. They didn't see this 1-2-2 extended press back to the man last night against Menor.
Reginald Jones working a two-man game there with Wesley Parr. Here's Asher Poole. He averages 7 tonight, has his first 2 there. 7-4.
That's what you like to see out of your seniors early in a game like this.
It's Rathan Mays, excellent shooter. Rathan Mays for 3, left that one short. Wesley Parr, the loose ball for the Bengals, who trail by 3.
Great box out position by Parr right there.
Parr. Good box out there and rebound by Andrew Wiggins, top-ranked player in the country, ranked #1 senior by ESPN. There's the flush. Man, I'll tell you what, got so much talent there. Moses Kingsley gets the flush for Huntington Prep. Now Lane the other way, blocked. It's Kingsley on the block. And on the run out the finish for Landry, his first 2.
Benedictine has to be careful here. They don't want to let them run off 8, 9, 10 points here. It'll put you in a deep hole.
11-4 early. Here's Lane on the penetration.
Have to come up with that rebound.
Landry running again. Boy, great two-man break. Landry finishes. He has 4. 13-4. Huntington Prep. They're on a 13-2 run after they were down 2-0.
Well,
kickball.
You know, Benedictine had a chance to rebound right there. Tyshawn and Parr were right in on that rebound. Neither one of them grabbed it.
We'll take our first time out. 3:57 to go first quarter. Huntington Prep in the lead by 9.
Tonight's contest is brought to you by Sonic Driving.
Back here at the Dunk for Diabetes. Huntington Prep, an early leader, 13-4 over Benedictine. A lot of athleticism that we talked about in the pregame, showing early, Pat.
Yeah, Dominic Woodson, as you see there, is going to Baylor. He hasn't even come in the game yet, but another big body that when they decide to use him, there's just another big dude they can bring in.
A couple of subs in. Nick Meek is into the game for Benedictine. TJ Steele, their 6th man, is in as well. Also, Jordan Philpotts. For Huntington Prep, their starting 5 remains on the floor. Gil Caesar, Landry, Rathan Mays, Wiggins, and Kingsley.
They're in a very Ignatius is much
stepping out of
smaller
bounds
now.
there. Yeah, it was
much smaller at every position, and
Jordan Philpotts. So another turnover. Huntington Prep with the basketball. Benedictine will try that press. Spin move down there by Kingsley. He's fouled. So he went up with a shot. Moses Kingsley, solid player.
Nice bounce pass, spin move, got his body, created space, got under control.
Shooting just 44% though from the line pad, so they like to put him there if they can, as he misses the first one.
And his release is way too high. He brings it straight up and extends his hand straight up instead of slightly toward the rim.
Kingsley committed to Arkansas to play basketball. The 6'9" senior with the second free throw. That's short as well. Wesley Parr, the Benedictine rebound. Bengals down by 9 here. We've passed the midway point of the first quarter. Philpotts short on the 3. Kingsley the rebound. Ton Mays.
You know, I like the confidence that Philpott showed there, but when you're coming in off the bench, you want to take that shot when you have a real clean look.
Gil Caesar with the three-pointer, by the way, he's got 16 to 4.
Because that's what happens. You miss that, you take a shot early in the offense, another quick one. Well,
Reginald Jones with the triple.
Yeah, shut me up. I just think you have to make them play defense.
Wiggins has it lip out on the three-pointer. TJ Steele. Nice look down low to his teammate. That was Parr, but there's Kingsley there to block it out of bounds. Boy, Kingsley is so tough defensively. Yeah. He can, besides being 6'9", Pat, he can jump and can't get it over.
And jumps quickly. Gets off the floor. Watch how quickly he gets off the floor. You know, he just, he just has that length that most high school kids don't have. 99% don't have that.
Austin Grandstaff in for Huntington as the ball goes out of bounds. It'll belong to the Huntington Express.
I think Coach Wilson's going to have to find a way to get Wesley Parr to settle down a little bit. He just seems like he's in the moment right now. He's just sort of pressing and he's not feeling his game yet. Do something to get him going, whether it's get him a good look inside or just give him a 30-second blow or something.
Gil Caesar on the drive. Great look down low for Kingsley, who finishes. He has 6. Ties him with Gil Caesar for the game high. 11-point lead for the Express. It's TJ Steele. A long triple right there. TJ Steele averages 11 a game. He hits the triple to make it an 8-point lead for the Huntington Prep Express. Three-pointer is long for Gil Caesar, out of bounds. It belonged to Benedictine.
That was a big shot that TJ just hit down there. The danger again of taking early long shots in your offense with a team like this is this: if you miss this, it's just athletes going the other way and they're scoring. So if they can knock those down, fine, but if you start missing them, you better work your offense a little bit more.
Blocking foul there on the Express, their first foul today. And Xavier Rathan Mays. 18-10 here. Favor of the Huntington Prep Express. The minute 36 to go in the first quarter. Here comes Asher Poole back in for Benedictine. They'll replace Jordan Philpotts.
Jordan did a good job there in that little stretch. Took one early shot that led to a 3, but I want to spend a little more time. We get a chance talking about what I mean about the danger of that early 3-point attempt.
McMeek cut off, but he finds Parr
when we get a chance.
Asher Poole short on the triple. Tyshawn Powell is there for 2, 18-12. Express trying to run. Rathan Mays lost the ball out of bounds. Benedictine has it back, and now they're on a 5-point run, Pat, but those early threes.
Yeah, when you take that early 3, if you miss it, your teammates are standing around watching it, and usually they bounce long, and against an athletic team, they're just going to go the other way and get numbers on you. 3-on-1s, 4-on-1s. So you have to be real careful against an athletic team.
Hard.
So right now you have to get back.
Grandstaff had the rebound, whacked off of his knee by Poole and out of bounds. Benedictine will get the ball. So they were down 18-7. Benedictine was. The Express were about to take off with a big lead, and they've come right back to cut it to 6, and they have the ball.
Yeah, and Tyshawn Powell is a guy we got to talk about. He had a nice little putback inside, then forced a turnover. He has, you know, some good D1 schools looking at him already. And by the time he's done playing here at Benedictine, he'll definitely be a D1 recruit.
DJ Steele tried to drive, knocked away and out of bounds. Stay in the Bengals' possession.
It's just a little bit bigger athlete being able to beat you to the spot.
Hard. Stuffed again by Kingsley. That's his 3rd block already. Powell is long on the jumper. Landry to Rathan Mace. Meek for 3. Right there.
And that's
that's Grandstaff for 3.
Yeah, and that's the example I was talking about. When Tyshawn got that second opportunity, probably should have pulled it out, set something up and run it. He shot it quick, missed it, and that's what results on the other end.
So the Express by 9 as we get a look at it again. Austin Grandstaff from Texas draining that triple.
Nothing but net. So you have to, you know, Benedictine has to play every possession almost to perfection. If you're going to take that shot, it better be a great shot that you feel so good about. You're gonna either net it or hit something. And I think Tyshawn rushed that, and it led to that, led them having a nice spread out situation, a 4-on-2 break. And they're going to find, a good team's going to find an open shooter trailing like Grandstaff just did right there.
Yeah, Grandstaff only a sophomore, 6'5".
And aside from all that, Benedictine only down 9. So a couple good possessions. They're all right.
DJ Steele. Wesley Park. There's Meek down low. Got Kingsley in the air. Gonna get the little jumper. Loose ball on the floor. It's out of bounds. It'll belong to the Huntington Prep Express. 4.1 left here in the first quarter. They can rush it up the floor as good as anyone. Jones coming back in for Benedictine. Now we've got a timeout called by Huntington Prep. They'll try to get a play here with 4.1 to go before the end of the first quarter. Huntington Prep, Pat, they've, again, been able to show you their outside game. They go inside. They like to run. You know, it's again, one thing to say, we need to take something away from this other team. Well, all right, you can take a couple of things away. They've got a couple more to throw at you.
Yeah, they're so loaded that it's like pick your poison. But Benedictine can, again, they can help themselves by controlling each possession and working the ball. Work the ball. Work the ball until you get a great shot. You can do that. But you have to be disciplined enough to do that. And, you know, the trouble is these kids are on this big stage against this big-time team. And, you know, maybe 1 or 2 of them wants to show what they can do. You don't have time for that in a game like this. You have to play great team basketball.
Benedictine the steal. Jones at the buzzer, couldn't get the 2. And, Ralph Fulford, the head coach for Huntington Prep Express, not happy with the way that last play worked out. But for the Prep Express, how about this guy? Moses Kingsley has got 6 points and 3 block shots in the first quarter. Prep by 9.
Notre Dame is a special place. It's a special place for a number of reasons. The students who attend it, the faculty and staff and the people who populate it and make it happen, but also because of its mission to educate students for personal, professional, and global responsibility. To not only prepare them for the world of work, but that they learn to live lives of community engagement and community service.
Back here at Walsh University, Dunk for Diabetes. Game 2 of our 4-game coverage here today on Sports Time Ohio. Along with Pat Vuyancih, I'm Al Pawlowski. Huntington Prep Express leaders over Benedictine 21-12 How about the top players in the class of 2013? 4 of them play for the Express.
Well, they had a good recruiting year, obviously, and they're all guys that can give you different things too. Wiggins can do it all. You know, they haven't even put Woodson in the game yet. He's just sitting there waiting for an opportunity. They don't even need to use him yet. He's going to Baylor.
Now a zone look for the Huntington Prep Express. Look at that. They put Kingsley out top on the point. And their point guard, deep, Landry.
How would you like, you know, having a guy with who's 6'9" with a 7-foot wingspan staring you in the eye if you're, you know, if you're R.J. Jones.
Jumper was short there for Reginald Jones. It's the Express basketball.
See, as much as you want to shoot that shot, Reginald, you have to work and get a better one. You can't get a contested shot with a 6'8" guy in your face.
Now Benedictine now just 5 of 20 from the field. Huntington Prep 9 for 14. We've got a whistle and a foul here in the backcourt on T.J. Steele, his first. Second on the Bengals in the first half. It's Rob Fulford. Does a nice job keeping all these kids together, too, playing on the same page. You got a lot of talented kids. A lot of times they want to know how many times they're going to have the basketball, Pat, but this team plays together very well.
Well, you know, most of them are from Canada.
There's Grandstaff. He's just off on the shot, but Kingsley don't get the putback, but Wiggins does. He has 4.
Most of these kids are from Canada, and so, you know, they're just very nice people up there in Canada. So.
Yes, they are.
Ran into a guy at a hotel last week, and he's wearing a hockey sheet. He's just so polite. I'm like, wow. Wish more Americans could be that way.
That ball out of bounds. It'll belong to the Express. 23-12. Huntington Prep the lead. They just keep going after it on the offensive glass, Pat. That height is tough to contend with.
And you know, they can throw, you know, everything but the kitchen sink at you with all these athletes. Now they're in a 1-3-1 zone. They should have 2-2-1 earlier. Some intense man-to-man. You got different lineups, so you got to know who you're guarding. A different kid every time bringing up the floor.
Tan Mays on the drive. Landry finds Kingsley. Couldn't get it. Couple of chances at the layup. Powell the Benedictine rebound, but the Bengals down by 11. Trying to get the offense going. T.J. Steele. Tip up and in there by Parr. His first 2 today. 23-14, but Huntington Prep quick on the break as they always are. Kingsley with 2 more. He has a game-high 8.
Yeah, and there again is a case. You know, you have to, all 5 guys, to be a team like this, all 5 guys have to be aware of their responsibilities, make or miss, and they weren't aware after they scored there. Good sign, though, for Benedictine is that Wesley Parr got his first bucket there. Maybe he'll get going a little bit.
Huntington Prep in this 2-1-2 zone. Powell. Nice move, but couldn't finish. Kingsley, another rebound for the Express. Here's Wiggins. So good when he gets close to the basket. He has 6. Unstoppable down there.
Another run out like that, Benedictine will have to get a timeout.
27-14. Huntington Prep, their largest lead right here.
This 1-3-1 is just, you know, they have all that length. And then they put their little guy underneath. Really hard to figure out. They got Travon Landry under the basket, so, you know, it's a whole different look of a 1-3-1 there. That Benedictine, now they're going to call a timeout and try to discuss what they have to do to beat that.
Yeah, Al Wilson uses a timeout. It is a full timeout. We'll keep it here. 5:08 to go in the first half. Huntington Prep up 27-14. Now, Pat, we've talked about the height, the athletic ability, the advantages there that Huntington Prep has. So let's put you in Al Wilson's shoes. So what do you do now? You've gotten to see these guys for a quarter and a half. Now, how do you attack this Huntington Prep zone and get back into it?
Well, they brought, in that last scenario, they brought Tyshawn Powell up top. You almost need to go with a bigger lineup so you can throw it over the top. You have to have a sort of a 2-1-2 set. You have to have the guy in each corner, a guy up top at each of the guard spots that can throw over that, but you have to get some penetration too. So I would go with a little bit bigger lineup with maybe 1 or 2 shooters that can still guard people defensively. That's really their only hope. It's going to be a tough, if they can't skip it around the zone and then get some penetration and some open looks, they're going to really struggle.
You know, Huntington Prep, as we talked about, a lot of experience. Nothing will intimidate them. They're scheduled to play in 10 states and Canada this season. They have players from Canada, as you pointed out. They have 4 from Texas, a couple from Nigeria, Puerto Rico, Russia.
It's an all nations look.
Three-pointer partially blocked there by Kingsley, but there to dump it in down low is Tyshawn Powell. He has 4. 27-16 Express. 4:50 to go here in the first half. Patrick Strake on the drive. And we have a full timeout on the floor. We'll take a break. 4:47 to go in the second quarter. We'll be back after this. Huntington Prep by 11.
Media time out the floor. Media time.
Our commitment has always been to you. You inspire our compassion that leads to better care. You're the reason we invest in technologies and facilities that provide better results and greater comfort. You motivate us to be the best we can be every day, and we'll continue doing it. Altman Hospital, leading our community to improved health.
Back here on the campus of Walsh University, 27-16, Huntington Prep leads Benedictine. Second game of 4 we'll show you here, part of the Dunk for Diabetes this weekend. Shooting percentages say it all. Huntington Prep 57% from the field, 12 of 21. Benedictine 7 of 25 for 28%.
Yeah. Benedictine has more shots attempted, but some of them selectively have not been the best. So if they can make better shots, or take better shots, have better shot selection, break down this zone a little bit so you get those, I think they can be in better shape going into the half.
Patrick Strake at the line, drains the first free throw. Shooting 62% from the line this year. Strake from Austin, Texas, 6'6" senior. And the Express match their largest lead of 13 once again.
So now Benedictine has a smaller lineup, and Huntington has switched to a man now, so they give him a different look coming out of the timeout. So Coach Wilson's trying to adjust to the 1-3-1, so give him a different look. Give him the man-to-man, make him think, make him change the pace just a little bit, and there you get the turnover.
Phil Potts lost the ball out of bounds there. Belongs to Huntington Prep. Landry breaks the press. Strake dribbled on the baseline. He's out of bounds. That'll give it back to Benedictine. 29-16 here as we near the midway point of the second quarter. Phil Potts running the point here against the man-to-man. Now TJ Steele. Listed as only 5'5", but he scores 11 a night. Nick Meek. Nice cut there by Poole. Got it back from Powell. Forced it up in a crowd. Couldn't get it to drop. Strake the rebound. Three-pointers long for Grandstaff. Phil Potts. Short Meek. Fouled on the putback attempt. Just the second foul of the half against the Express. A couple of free throws coming here for Nick Meek. MAC basketball returns to the hard court Wednesday night right here on STO. Join Michael Regai as Akron visits Bowling Green Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. For a complete listing of games, visit STO HD.
The Bengals, this group right here is they're playing pretty well together right now. Coach Wilson's getting ready to sub.
Dominic Woodson coming in for the first time for the Express. Todd Mays also back. Here comes Jalen Funches, senior for Benedictine.
Going matchup. Funches will guard Woodson because he's got that big body. They can bang around there.
Nick Meek, 81% from the line this year. Missed the second one, but there's Powell. He couldn't get the putback. Wiggins with the run out pass.
That's a carry.
Landry.
See, that's what I liked about Wiggins. He got that ball in the post twice and he kicked it right back out. He doesn't force stuff.
How about Rathan?
And look at what they get as a result.
Yeah, that silky smooth stroke. His first basket today. It's a three-pointer. 15-point advantage now for the Express. 3 minutes to play in the half. Asher Poole trying to go to work on Gil Caesar. Runner down the lane and a pretty one for TJ Steele. He has 5 to lead the Bengals. 32-19. Now the Bengals go to their 1-3-1 look. NBA 3 for Rathan Mays. Short there, but here's Wiggins. So athletic.
And just smart, you know, possession before that, he gets it in the post, locates the defense, kicks it out. They throw it into the post again, locates the defense, kicks it back out. That time a guy takes a shot, he crashes in. Just makes it effortless.
He has 8 points.
He's out there playing defense, tough on the ball.
There's Meek. Took an extra step, and he'll turn the ball back over to the Huntington Prep Express. So we're going to look at the last couple of scores here, Pat.
Yeah. There's a missed shot, or that's Rathan Mays. He can drill those from real deep. TJ Steele with a nice little floater, a lot of confidence.
15-point lead for Huntington Prep.
Yeah, that turnover that Meek had there, you got to know your limitations when you're down 15, and you can't try to force it up and under move against a much bigger player when you're down like that. And those are the types of possessions that Benedictine cannot afford to have.
15-point leaders here with 1:39 to go for the Prep Express. As you get a look at Asher Poole, captain for Benedictine. He has 2 points today, but Benedictine shooting just 25% from the field. Tan Mays. The leaning pass to Woodson, and he got the basket and one coming. How about that power move by Dominic Woodson, the 6'10 senior from Round Rock, Texas. He's committed to Baylor. He'll get one at the free throw line as well.
Pretty strong move with a guy as big as Funches laying on you. That's a lot of strength right there.
Wow.
And he used the window to finish. Can't stress that enough. Let's see what his free throw looks like.
The season shooting 60% from the line. Fallon Funches was his first, 4th against the Bengals. Not bad, huh?
Nice and soft.
3 for Woodson, largest lead of the night for the Express. 37-19. Powell. Powell again. Can't find the target. Gil Caesar the rebound. Wiggins grabbed and fouled by Asher Poole. Send Wiggins to the line. It's Poole's first foul, 5th against Benedictine. They're going to discuss whether that's going to be an intentional foul.
He wasn't trying to hurt him. You know, they could call it just as an on the floor foul. I think this is the right call, especially considering there was an 18-point deficit here. I think they handled it right because he got him under control. He wasn't trying to, you know what I mean, he wasn't trying to hammer down on his arms. He was just trying to grab him and stop him.
Andrew Wiggins, 61% from the line this year. Has 8 points tonight as Funches comes out for Benedictine. Reginald Jones in to replace him.
I've seen guys that have tried to hurt people when they're going in for those types of plays, and that was not the case there.
Wiggins misses them both. Powell the rebound for the Bengals. Trail by 18 with a minute to go before halftime. There's Steele. The triple. A little long. A lot of Huntington Prep players up for it, but they couldn't control the rebound. Poole on the drive. Found the cutter, Parr. They've got a foul on Huntington Prep, just the third of the half against them.
Tyshawn here at the line has great quickness off the floor. Look at how high he gets, how quickly he gets off the floor. Division I coaches, that's one of the primary things they look for, is how quickly you get off the floor. He's going to have to work on his shot. His wrist is a little bit turned in. He's going to have to straighten that out and straighten his foul throughout a little bit. You watch the way he's holding the ball. He's got it sort of pointing out. That's a little bit better.
Yeah, shooting is 30% from the line this year. Tom Mays for Huntington Prep. Work around the perimeter. John Mays says, let's play for the last shot here with 26 seconds to go before halftime.
See, these guys are really unselfish. You know, look at them. They're all communicating with each other. There's nobody out here being selfish. There really is an esprit de corps that these Huntington kids have, too.
Field Provo missed it, but it was tapped in by Wiggins. Give him 10. He leads all scorers, 20-point lead for Huntington Prep. Benedictine couldn't get the last shot off there. 0.1 seconds remain in the half.
A lot of people say rebounding, as you just saw Wiggins do. Rebounding is something you just, by working hard and just continue to go after it. But there's also a lot of talent. Some guys just have a talent for knowing where that ball's coming off the rim. And they seem to be there all the time, like Wiggins.
Now Huntington Prep, 20-point leaders here at the halftime break. We'll be back with Bill Vuyancih and more on diabetes awareness. Stay tuned. 39-19, the Express over the Bengals here in the dunk for diabetes.
Notre Dame College is a place of opportunity. Because of the 4 different internships that I completed at Notre Dame College, I knew that my next step was to pursue my MBA in finance. The professors and the administration were a huge help in getting into graduate school. There's not many places where the president of the college will write your letter of recommendation.
Changing the world, Notre Dame College, one student at a time, changing the world.
Sports Time Ohio's Dunk for Diabetes Halftime Report is presented by Altman Hospital. Altman, leading our community to improved health.
Hi, thanks for joining us for the Altman Hospital Halftime Report. I'm Bill Vuyancih. Altman Hospital is on the forefront of diabetes education and treatment. Joining us is Liz Heiser, certified diabetes educator from Altman Hospital. Liz, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Hey, we hear so many different things, and so many different things go through our minds when we hear about diabetes. We hear the word, but there are 2 different types of diabetes, very distinct. First of all, let's talk about type 1. What is type 1 diabetes?
Well, diabetes in general just means you have too much sugar in your blood. Normally, when you eat, your food turns into sugar, and then your body makes insulin in an organ called the pancreas, and the insulin moves the sugar from the blood into your body cells to feed your body and give you energy. When you have type 1 diabetes, the insulin-producing cells in the pancreas are destroyed, so you have to have insulin in your body, and the only way we know how to get it in right now is through injections. So when you have type 1 diabetes, you take insulin injections every day. It's most commonly diagnosed in people under the age of 30, most commonly in school-age children. And it represents only about 5 to 10% of the diabetes population.
So when we're looking at this, what are the symptoms we're going to look for?
A very abrupt onset of intense, frequent thirst, extreme hunger, rapid, unexplained weight loss, frequent urination, and sometimes even going back to wetting the bed at night, and tiredness and fatigue.
When we try to diagnose ourselves, like if I'm going to do that, I go online, I discover I have everything that I look at. But to diagnose type 1 diabetes, what do I have to do?
You have to have a blood test. And the most common test would be a fasting blood sugar. And fasting means nothing to eat or drink for about 8 hours. The normal reading on a fasting blood sugar is between 70 and 99. But to diagnose diabetes, that number needs to reach 126 or higher. If you'd happen to go to the doctor and you weren't fasting, they could do a random blood sugar and a number over 200 with the above symptoms that we just talked about. Also, a newer blood test called a hemoglobin A1C of 6.5% or greater could mean diabetes.
Okay, so I wasn't writing that down. What are the numbers I'm looking for again?
Okay, so a fasting blood sugar greater than 126, or a random blood sugar greater than 200 with symptoms, or a hemoglobin A1C greater than 6.5%.
So I go in, I'm diagnosed. Now, I've been playing sports and doing all sorts of things, remaining active. Am I still going to be able to do that?
Definitely. Exercise is a very important part of controlling diabetes. You need to work with your doctor, your coach, your trainer to figure out the right amount of insulin in food to maintain a normal blood sugar. But in fact, there's Olympic athletes, there's professional football, basketball players, there's rock stars, there's actresses who have diabetes. It involves a little bit of extra planning and preparation, but diabetes should not limit someone in any way.
Liz, we really appreciate you joining us.
Thank you.
Of course, there's so much more to get to with diabetes than we can cover at halftime. So if you want to learn if you are being targeted, if diabetes is targeting you, find out by taking the Diabetes Aware test at altmandiabetesaware.com. Again, that's altmandiabetesaware.com. Liz will talk about type 2 diabetes at the half of another game. Meanwhile, thanks for joining us for the Altman Hospital Halftime Report, and enjoy the second half.
I decided I was going to get my degree online, but didn't know where to go. I wanted the flexibility of taking classes online, but I also wanted the advantages of being on campus. Then I heard about Notre Dame College in Cleveland. It's right in my own backyard. Now I can get the best of both worlds, affordable online programs and campus support. With Notre Dame Online, I have a personal advisor and teachers who are available over the internet or in person. Who else does that? Notre Dame College is globally recognized with an inspiring 90-year educational record that employers are very familiar with. And that's good for me and my career. And there's no shortage of alumni who have some very impressive distinctions and salaries. Whether face-to-face, online, or a combination of both, Notre Dame College is the perfect fit for me. And it's right here in my own backyard.
Get more information about undergrad and graduate degree programs. Log on to NotreDameDegree.com. NotreDameDegree.com.
Welcome back to Walsh University. Dunk for Diabetes here today at halftime of our second of 4 games we're showing you here today on STO. Huntington Prep leads Benedictine 39-19. And Moses Kingsley has had a nice first half for Huntington Prep. So he has 6 points. Nice finish there. He also has 4 rebounds and 2 block shots in 11 minutes. There's one of his flushes as Huntington Prep leads it by 19, and Moses Kingsley getting it done offensively, defensively, and on the boards as well. We're back with second half action after this. The Dunk for Diabetes Shootout brought to you by Notre Dame College, changing the world one student at a time. And by Altman Hospital, leading our community to improved health. Dunk for Diabetes happening all weekend here at Walsh. We're showing you the last 4 games, including the one earlier when St. Ignatius beat St. Clairsville 75-56. Coming up, Mike Aarons and Chris Moore will give you the final 2. Bishop Kearney, North Canton Hoover at 6:45, then at 8:30 at Shaker Heights and Pickerington Central. And how about this? Backdoor lob, Andrew Wiggins. Kabam! How about that to start off the second half?
Al, I know you could have defended that better back in your days at Twinsburg.
Yeah, very well I could have. Never could do that on me.
I don't think there's anybody in America, including most of the SEC schools and Big Ten schools, that could have defended that.
Andrew Wiggins with 2 more. Give him 12 now for the contest. EJ Steele with the steal. Fadeaway jumper for the lefty is off. A rebound by Landry. There's Wiggins on the run again. Rathan Mays trying to go down low for Kingsley, but there's Wiggins, scored, and one coming.
Well, you know, again, it's the same story. Early shots for Benedictine lead to runouts, scores. Set play to start the half. back screen, lob. No problem, no sweat. Just throw it up there, I'll go get it. Throw it anywhere around the rim.
Why not? Wiggins with 17 as he gets the free throw. 1 of 3 at the line today. 25-point lead for the Huntington Prep Express.
You know,
will back it out and work against this zone.
You know, I feel, as far with Benedictine, I feel that they're better than what they're playing here. And that's a good move by Wesley. I'm glad he queued that up. He made a nice move inside, nice steal.
Stripped there by Landry.
They're a young team in certain spots, but they have to learn how to play basketball better.
Well, Kingsley got blocked, kept at it though and scored. Well, Kingsley had Powell give him a little bit of his own medicine, as Kingsley is quite a shot blocker, but give Moses Kingsley credit. The senior from Nigeria stayed with it and has 8. And Benedictine will maintain possession here on the ball out of bounds.
You know, you're down at the half. It's great defensive block there, but you got to stay disciplined. Just get the hands up, make him shoot over high hands. Don't leave your feet again.
Wesley Parr couldn't get it to fall. Huntington Express running again. Kingsley got fouled there as he was grabbed by Wesley Parr. Second foul of the half against Benedictine. That's the only way to stop him.
Yeah, I love the unselfishness here. Look at the unselfishness from Moore to Wiggins to Kingsley. 1, 2, 3, and drawing a foul. I mean, that's teamwork right there. And, you know, you have to play that way. And basketball is not an individual sport. The problem is too many kids these days think that they have to put up big numbers in order to be seen and to be noticed. And you know, but look at these guys. They're as athletic as anybody in America, in the world, and they're playing it as a team, playing the game as a team.
Kingsley sinks both free throws. He's 2 of 4 today. He has 10 points overall. Huntington Prep Express up 48-19. Benedictine will maintain possession there. Well, Huntington Prep led it at the half, 39-19. They've scored the first 9 points of the second half.
The Benedictine kids are in basketball purgatory is what I want to call it. You know, they want to prove that they can play, but they're not willing to be patient enough to wait for it to happen. And, you know, so do we try to score now at this point in the offense, or do we wait a little bit? They really needed to come out and be more patient from the start of the game.
Wiggins for the triple. He has a game-high 20. He's the #1 ranked senior in the country, leading his team here over Benedictine now, 51-19. A 13-point run for the Express to start the third quarter. Huntington Prep has the ball back once again, running once again. Gil Caesar lost the basketball. TJ Steele rushing it the other way for the Bengals. And he gets the first 2 of the second half. For Benedictine, they have now a 30-point deficit. And TJ Steele, their leading scorer, with 7.
Yeah. Well,
John Mays couldn't get the 3 to fall. Comes Steele once again on the run out. Finds Jones. Good look to Parr. Scored and 1 coming. Strong to the basket for Wesley Parr. He has 4. He'll look for 5 at the line when we come back. 4 minutes, 34 seconds remaining in the third quarter. 51-23 as Benedictine now has scored the last 4 points. They'll look for 5, but how about Andrew Wiggins? He's special. He has 20 thus far for the Express. We're back after this.
Our commitment has always been to you. You inspire our compassion that leads to better care. You're the reason we invest in technologies and facilities that provide better results and greater comfort. You motivate us to be the best we can be every day, and we'll continue doing it. Altman Hospital, leading our community to improved health.
Back here at Walsh University, Dunk for Diabetes. Prep Express up by 28, but how about this fast break right here by Benedictine, Pat?
Well, I like how TJ Steele gives the ball up right away, and then that's the hockey assist that leads to the regular assist. I think TJ at his size has to figure out quickly that a college coach at his size is going to look for him to be able to distribute the ball, get other people involved, and make his teammates better. He looks to score a lot, which is great. You want to have that confidence to score, but at his size, he's got to be the guy that sets other people up and makes them all better. And I think once he figures that out, to go with his offensive abilities, Benedictine will just get better and better going forward.
Wesley Parr has 4 points. He'll look for 5 here at the line. Parr on the season, 51% from the stripe. Couldn't get the free throw. Kingsley, the express rebound. They'll end off to Travon Landry, 6'1" senior from San Antonio, Texas. In the front court to Wiggins. Son of former NBA player Mitchell Wiggins. Todd Mays, great outside shooter, but he can work in the post as well. Wiggins for the triple. That's his second in a row from long range. Give him 23. How do you stop him?
There is no way to stop him. Put 5 guys on him, maybe. See if you can play 10 on 5.
It's one way.
I don't know.
See if he can petition the OHSAA for that rule.
Go find out if Mitchell has another son somewhere that maybe you could put on the other team. I don't know.
No look pass there from Rathan Mays to Kingsley for the flush. You talk about the unselfishness of this Prep ball club. You weren't kidding, Pat.
No, that's what to me is most impressive. They play as a team. Look at how hard Landry's. They're up 30 and they're still playing hard. They're. Look at that. Look at that. Gets rid of the ball right away. That's what a great point guard does. Great point guard gets the ball and immediately looks to get it up to his teammate. And if it's not there, then he sets something up.
Travon Landry's headed to Tennessee next year. Gil Caesar draws the foul in the paint. He'll go to the free throw line. Foul was on Powell, his second.
And everybody saw, well, he just got talent. That's a practiced move, that little shot fake, sidestep, one bounce, pull up 3. And then, of course, the unselfishness that leads to the dunk there. But that's the thing about people, most kids don't understand is Wiggins just wasn't born with that. He wasn't showing any of that last year. He's worked to get that little shot fake, sidestep, one dribble bounce to the 3-point shot. He's obviously still working on perfecting his game because he wants to be playing on the show one day, and he will be.
Gil Caesar misses the free throw. He has 7. He made the first one. He's at 86% on the year. Grandstaff and Woodson have returned for Huntington Prep. They lead at 57-23 here as Reginald Jones will go to work. It's the man-to-man. Jones to the basket. Parr couldn't get the tip. Wiggins the rebound. Todd Mays, the no-look to Woodson through his arms and out of bounds. They'll give it back to Benedictine here with 2:42 to play in the third quarter.
Yeah, and I don't want to be too hard on these guys, but I thought that Reginald, he's a young guy, but again, I personally can't stand that type of basketball where you just dribble, and go one-on-one. Work the ball a little bit, make the defense shift, then go one-on-one.
TJ Steele for 3. Rathan Mays the other way for the Express. Wiggins. The middle to Strake. Couldn't get it, but drew the foul on Nick Meek. That'll send Strake to the free throw line. Strake 1 of 2 today from the stripe.
Another hockey assist. Pass up the floor, then a pass to the trailer, and there you go. Positive result at the end of it.
Strike 2 of 2 at the line. Now make it 3 of 3, 58-23. And don't forget, STO is your home for the OHSAA High School Championship events. Tune to STO in March. We're bringing the boys and girls championship games live and in high def. But one of these teams make it in March. Find out right here only on STO. Express big leaders. Runner for Jones, no good, but the tip by Meek is up and in.
That was a nice play by Meek.
First two for Nick Meek.
It's a positive. Good pressure there by RJ. He's not backing off. That's good. Good help.
Woodson. Good finish
nice
down
rebound.
Low. Meek hit the deck hard.
Nice rebound by Wesley Parr right there. He showed a lot of athleticism.
Parr for three. Right there. Triple
good
for Wesley Parr. Give him 7 today.
I like Wesley's body. The fact that he grabbed that nice long athletic rebound and could hit that three. I think he's a kid that should continue to work on his game, go to the next level somewhere, stay with it.
Strake draws the foul.
Foul on Benedictine's number 4, Jordan Philpott. Turning the line to shoot 2, number 14.
Strake already 4-4 at the line. He'll to make free throws 5 and 6. That foul was on Meek, his second. 5th on Benedictine here in the second half. Strake misses his first free throw today. 2 more broadcasts to come here on Sports Time Ohio, part of the Dunk for Diabetes. The game coming your way at 6:45. Mike Cairns, Chris Moore have that one for you. Then at 8:30 tonight, Shaker Heights in action. So
Mike is busting out with one heck of a nice looking suit tonight. You got to check it out, Al. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He had his overcoat on when I saw him.
He is styling
so I get the
today.
sneak preview. Strake makes the free throw. He's got 5, 32-point lead for Huntington Prep. Jumper was off by Jones. John Mays running again for the Express. Good Grandstaff misses the triple. The Bengals will have the basketball. Hell, it's a 32-point lead for the Express. I don't think the outcome, Pat, is in much doubt. So what are you trying to do here in the last quarter plus if you're Benedictine?
You want to still try to get to the point where you're playing good basketball. You know, where you're playing team basketball. That is not team basketball right there. That's coming off a screen and jacking a shot. You know, and you want your guys to finish playing hard. Whether you're up 40 or down 40, you play the same way. You play as hard as you can, you play as smart as you can, and you play as together as you can. And that's what I would be emphasizing right now, and I know that's what Coach Wilson wants to emphasize as well.
Woodson, a nice no-look pass down low to Grandstaff, who finishes for 5. 62-30 Express. Closing moments of the third quarter.
Compete, and play the game the right way.
Reginald Jones against Rathan Mays. 10 seconds left in the third.
Nice. See, that's good.
Jalen Funches finishes for his first 2, and that's the last basket of the third quarter, as 3 quarters here in the books. The Dunk for Diabetes, Benedictine and the Huntington Prep. Express up by 30, 62-32, and we'll have fourth quarter action for you coming up in just a moment. It's the Benedictine Bengals get some points on the board here late in the third. .30-point lead for Huntington Prep. We're back at the Dunk for Diabetes here at Walsh University. Alumni Gym, along with Pat Vuyancih. I'm Al Pawlowski. Gene Winters producing. Steve Warren directing. Our crew with Classic Teleproductions doing a good job here today. Game 2 of 4. So we get a look at Huntington Prep. How about this 3 games in 3 days?
On the road again.
They get around. They're very successful as well.
Is that the first time you heard my singing voice, Al?
Sounded very good, too. I think. That was sounding good, right? Maybe not.
Yeah, I used to be a baritone or something like that. I don't know. Tenor, bass, whatever.
Something along those lines.
Something like that.
Something in the singing genre.
Back in the day.
Following Andrew Wiggins, his first team second here of the second half.
All right, what I want to see out of Benedictine, I want to see some teamwork and some intense competition defensively. You know, and I want to see that until the very end of the game.
Well, coming up Tuesday on Fox Sports Ohio, Kyrie Irving and the Cavaliers host the Golden State Warriors. Would you like to win dinner with Tristan Thompson plus a 42-inch TV? Well, then watch the game. Look for the keyword and click on the entry tab of the Fox Sports Ohio Facebook page. Watch the Cavs live at 6:30, followed by the Cavs and Warriors Tuesday at 7 on Fox Sports Ohio for your chance to win. Maybe Kyrie Irving will hit another triple less than a second ago like he did last night. Cavaliers on a 3-game winning streak. Here, Huntington Express up by 30. Rathan Mays in the front court. Finds Austin Grandstaff. Novak pass to Wiggins. Got a bump there on the floor from Jalen Funches.
I liked Benedictine's last possession. They went, they ran a little high pick and roll, kicked it over to Wesley Parr, and he stuffed it down to Funches, and he got a little jump hook. That's teamwork. Now I see some competition where Funches steps in. He's muscling. We're competing. That's what you want to do. You want it so that you can emphasize the positives going into practice on Monday.
30-10, Funches called for the foul. Team 7, Andrew Wiggins.
Foul there, and Benedictine will send Wiggins to the line. Andrew Wiggins 1 of 3 at the stripe today. He has a game-high 23 points. First one is up and in of the 1-and-1 opportunity. 24 for Andrew Wiggins. Looking for 25 here. He averages 21 per game. 6'8" senior still has not decided where he's going yet. Well, he can pretty much go anywhere he likes.
He'll be a one and done. He'll be a one and done guy, no matter where he goes.
Reginald Jones out top. 31-point lead for the Express. Jones for 3. Got a piece of the rim. Dominic Woodson the rebound. Grandstaff running out with Rathan Mays. Straight for 3. Woodson, great spin move. Couldn't finish though. Straight couldn't get the tap in. Out of bounds. Belongs to Benedictine. Well, we're talking about Huntington Prep commitments. There are plenty of them. Look at these big names right here. And Andrew Wiggins will also obviously be going to a high major as well.
Yeah, well, and these kids have all worked really hard, and a lot of people have made a lot of sacrifices so that they can get to this point. As we said, these kids come from several different continents to be here. And so they've made the commitment to work, and what I like is they've made the commitment to work together. As big as they're up, look at Rathan Mays kicking it out to Patrick Strake.
He gets the basket there, yep. It's a good point. Patrick Strake with his first field goal to go with 5 free throws. He has 7. Another steal for the Express. Grandstaff to the basket. He has 7. Express up by 35.
He's only a sophomore as well. Nice.
Steal with the pass.
Now, see, that's it, TJ. That's what a college coach is going to want to see right there.
4 points for Nick Meek.
I hope that's what you understand, because if somebody's telling you differently, then they're wrong.
Open look in the corner for Arroyo. He hits it. Carlos Arroyo, his first basket, 3-pointer. Another 3 for Huntington Prep. Their 7th 3-pointer today. They're up 70-34. Nice drive there for TJ Steele. You're right, that pass opened up that lane.
It balances your game out. If you're just trying to score, okay, we're just going to guard you to score. If you're a threat to make other people better, then we can't guard you. And then you pick your spots.
11 for Steele. 3-point attempt is long there for Grandstaff, and a good rebound there by Poole. Stays with it. TJ Steele.
Good. That's it.
Reginald Jones for 3.
Another good setup. That was another good setup.
Arroyo the other way. 5 for Arroyo. 72-36. Huntington Prep has doubled up Benedictine. This little fall-away jumper there for Asher Poole. He has 4. So we're at the 4:20 mark here of the 4th quarter. 72-38. Huntington Prep. Woodson couldn't finish on the spin. Got his own rebound. The basket and 1. And we will take a timeout. Woodson with 5. He'll look for 6 at the line. With 4:08 to go in regulation, all Huntington Prep. They lead at 74-38. Showed you how to run the fast break, finishing well. They have 22 fast break points tonight.
What I love about Notre Dame is that all of my professors and my guidance counselors have been there for me anytime I've needed them.
I like the location. The campus is very accessible. The availability of your night classes fits my schedule.
And they really, really feel obligated as well as dedicated. So when you have obligation and dedication, that brings everything together.
74-38, Huntington Prep here in the Dunk for Diabetes. Dominic Woodson, that last basket and the foul. He's got a lot of strength down there. 6'10" senior, headed to Baylor. Be looking for a 6th point at the free throw line. He doesn't even start. You got a commit to Baylor on your high school team that doesn't start. I mean, that just tells you how much depth this Huntington Prep basketball team has. Benedictine, to their credit, they've continued to play. They've shown some heart here, and they're going to, again, learn something from this game. They will not see anybody the rest of the season that's anywhere close to the talent level of Huntington Prep.
Not for the rest of their lives, they won't. I mean, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to play against a team of this talent caliber. So, again, you know, when they go back into the film room on Monday, they're going to say, let's pick out the positives. Here, look at this play. This is a positive. Let's look at this play. We probably could have done better here. We could have been more patient here. We could have been a little bit more patient here. We could have finished this way a little bit better. It's all about learning. It's all about teaching. It's all about development. And they're still kids, you know. It bothers me when I hear people being too hard on even varsity high school kids, because they are. You know, if you're not, you can be hard on them, but you better be teaching them at the same time.
Mark Pope into the game for Benedictine. Huntington Prep with the basketball once again. Austin Grandstaff can't get it. Woodson the tip around the rim and in. He's got 7. 76-38. Express. Less than 4 minutes to play in the contest. Steal. Couldn't get the shooter's touch there. Grandstaff, another rebound for the Express. Nice steal, though, on the outlet pass by Jones. Couldn't get the layup. Arroyo, the Huntington rebound. Beal Provo. The ball there, 30-second timeout.
A nice steal by RJ. Nice steal by RJ, but you know, you don't get any points for style going to the hole. You got to finish, and if you're not going to be able to finish with a really good shot, then kick it. Get somebody else a better shot.
Well, Andrew Wiggins, the #1 ranked senior in the country, has 23 points today. Hasn't disappointed this afternoon in Canton.
Yeah, he does it every kind of way. Rebounds, lob dunks, hits a 3 off of 1 bounce here, makes his free throws. I mean, these are the schools that are in on him. I know people in Ohio would like to see him here. Some people were saying that last night.
How do you go wrong by picking any one of them?
You don't. You don't. I mean, but again, he's a one-and-done guy, so he has to decide which of those coaches is going to give him the most freedom to develop his talent in that 1 year, showcase his skills, so he can improve his draft positioning. That's the whole nature of the game there for him.
Benedictine will get the ball. That foul is on Patrick Strake. It's his first. Check and make that his second. Team's third of the second half. 3 minutes to go in the contest. 2 more games still to come here in the Dunk for Diabetes on STO. We hope you stay tuned. Asher Poole trying to bounce it down low, deflect it away to Grandstaff. Strake in the paint. He'll get 2 shots here.
You know the other thing about Wiggins, this is the 3rd time I've seen him play. I've never seen him make one. Here's a replay coming on this power move by Strake. Nice job getting his body square to the backboard and going up strong. I've never seen Wiggins make a selfish play. Not once.
Yeah, he's a good all-around basketball player, Pat. And he has that intangible. That's what makes him so good. He knows the game. He's got good instincts, and he's got no problem giving it up.
He has no problem giving it up. He has no problem doing the dirty work, rebounding, kicking it, getting it in the post and kicking it right back out to somebody else. He doesn't even hesitate. And again, so few kids, most kids have this mentality that they got to be the man. They got to, I got to show everybody what I can do. Do it within the team and within the framework of the team, and that's what makes him so special. That's what made LeBron so special when he was here. That's what made Clark Kellogg so special when he was playing back in my day. They made everybody else around them better, and that's what Andrew Wiggins does, and that's why everybody's drooling over him, and that's why he'll be getting paid millions of dollars within a couple years to play this game.
Steele misses on the three. Here's a run out for Williams. Gabriel gets his first two. The 6'8" power forward from Lagos, Nigeria. 78-38. Reginald Jones long on the jumper. Gabriel the rebound for Huntington Prep. Arroyo. Grandstaff wide open for three. Wesley Parr the rebound for Benedictine with 1:40 left. A 40-point lead for the Express. Steele. Nice block there by Gabriel. Steele for three. Here comes Grandstaff the other way. Gabriel again, easy two there. So Williams Gabriel has played less than 2 minutes, has 4 points. We've got a timeout for the Bengals. 80-38. Favor of the Express. And we've got plenty still to come here today on Sports Time Ohio. 2 more games. The next one coming your way at 6:45. Mike Aarons, Chris Moore have the call for you. Bishop Kearney, North Canton Hoover. Then at 8:30 at Shaker Heights and Pickerington Central. There's plenty of high school basketball still to come. All part of the Dunk for Diabetes here at Walsh University. In Alumni Gym. Earlier today, St. Ignatius a winner over St. Clairsville, 75-56.
We saw Bishop Kearney play last night. And Bishop Kearney has a tremendous, they have a very tall team, and fortunately St. Ed's, my son Tony had a very good game, I'm proud to say, but they played great as a team, and Bishop Kearney has a very tough matchup here coming today, and I think that they had to go in overtime to beat us. North Canton Hoover plays that Menor style of play out where they try to spread you out, kick and penetrate and pitch, so it'll be a good, tough matchup. Both teams should have different types of talent, so they'll present different types of problems to each other in this next game, and should be a fun one for Mike and Chris to call.
Yeah, North Canton Hoover, a local team here. High school not too far away from Walsh.
They really know how to play. I mean, they spread the floor, penetrate pitch. They knock down a lot of threes, and Bishop Kearney has a lot of size, a lot of length, and they're very tough to guard. So it'll be a great game to watch.
DeAndre Petty is into the game. So is Jack Williams. 5 freshmen on the court now for Benedictine. So good opportunity for him with just over a minute to go to get some experience. Smart Pope trying to go down low, but shot was blocked. And Vlad Novak wasn't able to save it. Junior shooting guard from Russia into the game for Huntington Prep. 80-38 here. Express in the lead. Phil Potts tried to penetrate, had it knocked away. Nabil Provo.
Al, you know how old I am? Go ahead, ask me how old are you?
Well, I know how old you are, but I don't want to say that on the air and ruin
I coached Mark Pope's uncle at Euclid High School back in 1984, and his dad also around the same time. So
you coached in '84. Now,
yes.
when you played at Cleveland State,
I was after. I coached when I was about 18, 19 years old at Euclid High School.
Always the coach.
Yeah, I loved it. Loved it, and. So it's so cool for me to see a kid like Mark Pope come out here and get a chance to play.
Steve Warren in the truck want to know if you coached James Naismith along the way as well.
Well, you know what? No, but I did meet John McClendon, of course, who's a great legendary coach at Cleveland State, who told me some great stories about Mr. Naismith, Dr. Naismith. That's it, Mark.
Mark
Good job.
Pope, yep, working on the offensive glass for his efforts. He'll go to the free throw line here with 14.7 seconds to go.
And actually, Mark's uncles, Jimmy and Sean, were great players at Shaw High School in the early 80s when Shaw had some great talented teams.
Yeah, Mark Pope, this looking player, puts the first free throw up and in.
Nice looking free throw.
It's his first point tonight. One more to get the Bengals to 40.
Oh, boy.
So Pope with a couple of points. It's Provo with 11 seconds to go. Novak couldn't get it. Down low. Foul is called. It's Patrick Strait trying to put it up and in. He'll go back to the free throw line. So get one more look at it.
And again, you know, Al being the teacher of this team, and Norman Roscoe and the staff at Benedictine, their job now is to go back and teach from this. And what can we take away from this to get better? There's no reason to harp on any of the negative, no reason to, you know, single anybody out. We're going to focus on improvement, footwork, passing angles, you know, how we handled this possession, how we competed, you know. Could we have competed harder? And so, you know, you use this as a learning experience to get better. And I'm sure they'll get there by the time the season ends. So.
And that's the ball game here in game 2 of our 4-game coverage of the Dunk for Diabetes at Walsh University. Final score, Huntington Prep 81, Benedictine 40. We still have 2 more games to go here today on Sports Time Ohio. Hope you stay tuned. That man, number 22, Andrew Wiggins, game's leading scorer with 24 points officially. And Huntington Prep, another win. 3 games in 3 days, all victories for Huntington Prep. So 81-40 is the score, Pat, and not really a surprise. We expected Huntington Prep to win this game, and they came out and played well as a team and shot about 55% from the field.
Yeah, they, you know, they did everything right from the get-go. I hate to say it, but they really weren't challenged. And, you know, again, credit them for their tremendous teamwork. They're not just great athletes, but you see them walking and talking, and they just walk past us. They're very gentlemanly men, no false bravado, no bragging. It's a classy outfit, and you know, give Coach Fulford and his entire staff credit, because we really love having them come to this tournament. I know Chaz Wolf would love to have them back every year, so we want to keep that going.
Well, speaking of Chaz Wolf, we may talk to him in just a few moments here. He's the one that puts on the Dunk for Diabetes and done a phenomenal job here with the cooperation of Walsh University. There's Chaz handing out the game MVP as it will go to Kingsley.
Chaz is really one of the best evaluators of talent in the country. I've talked to college coaches, and they say, you know, pretty much when I look at Chaz's scouting report on the kid, it's right on the button. So this is a great tournament for kids to come and showcase their talents in front of their family and friends, but also for a guy like Chaz who can really help a kid get seen and get his name out there and get him recruited, get him a scholarship.
Well, here's a look at Moses Kingsley, the MVP for Huntington Prep here today. 12 points, 8 rebounds, 2 block shots in only 16 minutes.
Yeah, he's long, lengthy, plays hard. Look, you see the intensity, the competitiveness. Look at him box out when the shot goes up. You know, he's just another one of the many kids that are here at Huntington Prep that want to make themselves better, and coming all the way from Nigeria to do it. So give that young man a lot of credit for leaving home and coming here to try to make himself a better player and better person. He sure showed it out tonight.
So Moses Kingsley, 12 points, 8 rebounds, and the leading scorer in today's game, Andrew Wiggins, had the double-double, 24 points, 10 rebounds, 2 blocks, and an assist in 25 minutes. Andrew Wiggins averages 21 a game coming in, the #1 ranked senior in the entire country, and we see why, as this guy has all the ability you could want in a high school player.
Yeah, he's skilled, but he's also a team player, and he's a competitor. Last night I was at the Menor game when he was being challenged a little bit more, and he didn't force his game on anybody. He let the game come to him still, and at the same time competed at a super high level, and you know, he can do it all.
All right, we're joined now by Jazz Wolf, who puts on the Dunk for Diabetes. Jazz, you do a great job with this. Thanks for taking some time here. And what led to this idea? It's gotten bigger this year in some great games yesterday and today.
Well, this is something that is dear to my family. My dad's a diabetic. A friend of mine passed away a couple years ago that was a high-level basketball enthusiast by the name of Paul Gibson. He was down from the Tuscarawas County area. I grew up in that area. It's the same area with Coach Huggins and Gino Ford and guys like that. It's a small basketball fraternity down there. So, we were putting this thing together, and Paul had passed away that July, and it was just karma and fate that this thing could work out. Even from every day, just the situations with the support from STO, from Pat Kilkenny and Kelly Myers, and from Classic, and to you guys all the way to Chris Moore. So, we've got a lot of support. The attendance has been unbelievable here the last 2 days, and you look at the games last night leading into today. Obviously, the first morning game in overtime, but the formula and the business model with this event, with the teams and the showcases and the top-level players. We've got over 50 Division I guys. We've had 30 or 40 college coaches in the last 2 days, and we feel that it's probably one of the top events not only in Ohio but in the country.
We, a lot of the NCAA rules, for a lot of people that don't know, changed, and so these types of tournaments can't be played at say an Akron or an Ohio State. How have you adjusted to it being here at Walsh University, and what do you see as the benefits? It's a smaller environment, that's for sure, but do you find that it's kind of beneficial because it's kind of cozier, or what do you think about the location and everything that's gone on that way?
Well, with this being the second year, last year we had a contract with the University of Akron, then the NCAA came in and obviously took that away in December, so we were scrambling, and like I like to say, we failed upwards. I live a mile and a half away from here. I live in North Canton. So the thing is it's an intimate setting. The gym's about 2,500 people here. You've got, it's right on top of you. Last night we had 2,000 plus for that Huntington Prep game today. Throughout the day, we're closing in on 2,000 people. So the atmosphere, the location, it's a great campus. Obviously, Walsh now is in a GLIAC. So it's an opportunity for them as well to, get schools from all over the state, but, out of country to play here and really get to see how nice this university is. And for us, it's so convenient. You guys have been in the hospitality room. The players eat here on site. The thing that we do different that separates us, our niche is hospitality.
Yeah.
We're hands-on with it.
Those chicken wings are good.
Roosters is one of our sponsors. We've got Thai chicken. We've got everything, that you can think of.
I'm going to have to take some extra Zocor when I go home tonight.
But, we've already signed the contract for next year, 2 days. It's going to be a similar format. Instead of doing 7 games and then 6 games, we're looking at doing 5 and 5. Probably like a 12-2, 4, 6, and 8 schedule. That way there, it's pretty consistent. We're going to have 20 teams right now. I've got 14 locked in. So for you out there listening, if you want to come to the Dunk for Diabetes shootout, get on dunkfordiabetes.com and email me, and we're going to come evaluate you and watch you and hopefully get you up here to North Canton.
Our next game coming up, 6:45, North Canton Hoover will play against Bishop Kearney. Chaz, getting all these teams together, it seems now that you've had this event, it kind of speaks for itself.
Yeah.
But to get all these teams to come together and from all over the region, how are you able to bring them together and then get them to agree on who to play? How hard is that?
Well, the thing is that I have is I have a great relationship, and a lot of the coaches respect me because my real business is I interact and scout for college coaches. So I have a consulting company called Prep Scouting LLC, and what we do is we evaluate players year-round from AAU all the way to showcases like this. So, they trust me. They know that for the most part they're going to get a fair tick. It's going to be a good referee.
And I want to comment on that, Chaz, because I've spoken to several college coaches myself that I know, and they say, Al, uniformly across the board, that when they read an evaluation that Chaz provides them, that it's pretty much right on the money, that he nails it with every kid.
So kind.
No, and it's true. I'm just telling you what other people have told me because, as you know, my son Tony played here last night. You want somebody to give an honest evaluation because, you love your kid. You want your kid to get something, but you want somebody to evaluate them honestly and maybe help them get to that next level. And I know you've helped a lot of kids that way in addition to doing this.
Well, you look at the Oakley boy last year from Brush. Bryant was here.
Correct.
He didn't have a scholarship offer. Bryant offers him right here. you know, Tim O'Shea's having a heck of a year up there.
They're leading that league.
So he's got an opportunity. But, you know, just the relationship I have with guys. I went down to St. Clairsville last year after the event, and I said, this Monterosso kid's intriguing. Then they get to the Final Four. He has 2,000 points. He commits within 24 hours of Purdue. There's, you know, just things like that. And you look at this next game happening coming up. We're very fortunate to have North Canton Hoover, which is a local team. They're having a heck of a year in the Federal League play. Bishop Kearney, I don't know if you know this, but Thomas Bryant, the sophomore, is ranked #2 in the country.
Yeah.
So,
Nice player.
And then the last game out, you've got Jay Sean Tate, who's already verbally committed to Thad Mata. So, and then Shaker Heights has got a heck of a squad as usual.
You know, this is something that's very special to you. How did you ever get involved in this to begin with, in the scouting game and so involved in high school sports?
Well, you know, like everyone, I think we dabbled in coaching. And, you know.
I was like this guy over here, he dabbled a little bit. Would you call it dabbling?
I'm still dabbling. Yeah.
You know, when I was at Marsh University, I was a student assistant manager. You know, everything from hitting guys to pads to folding towels like I am tonight on the sidelines.
Yeah.
And I was there from 01 to 05, worked with a lot of guys, Greg White and Ron Jerser. Ron's at Minnesota now with Tubby Smith. Jeff Bowles is at Ohio State with Thad. So I was lucky to be around guys that advanced in their career. And then when I got done with school, I went to D.C. a little bit and worked with Morgan Wooten with Reebok basketball during his summer camps. And Morgan's a legend.
Yes.
And I got to network with those guys, worked up with the hoop group up in the eastern Mid-Atlantic area for a while. I came back. I was in Cleveland Heights. I actually coached for a year at Garfield Heights. We got beat in the district finals at Warrensville by Dallas Lauderdale that year. So, I wanted to be a part of the game. I had to find my niche. And I was talking to, I went back to get my MBA. And I wanted to get in business, and I knew there was something I wanted to do with it. And I wanted to be a part of this game. And my professor said during the gold rush, there was guys chasing gold, but there's a guy who made $1 million selling shovels. I don't know if I'm ever going to make $1 million scouting.
Yeah, I heard that story.
But I'm going to give a coach
story.
a shovel, and hopefully he's going to find some guys.
So, Chaz, you talked about next year, and you can find that on the website. Before we let you go here again, people want to find out more information on this. They want to get involved on the many levels they can. It's the best way to do that and get a hold of you.
The best way to get a hold of me and for me to get back to you quickly is just emailing me. You can email me by getting on the website, contact us, which is www.dunkfordiabetes.com. That's our website. Everything is up there. We've got a full spread if you want to volunteer, if you want to sponsor the event. I mean, we've got great sponsors here. I mean, from Roosters to Pizza Hut, from Huntington Bank. I mean, you know, for this being a second-year event, we've got over 15 or 20 sponsors. And, you know, with you guys being the presenting sponsor, it's just great for the kids and everyone here gets to play in it.
Well, Chaz, we're happy to be involved. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
You put on a great event. We really enjoy it.
Thanks, Chaz.
And we have more to come. 2 more broadcasts coming up. Bishop Kearney, North Canton Hoover, the next one. Mike Cairns and Chris Moore, the call. Gene Winters produced this one. Steve Warren directed it for my partner, Pat Vuyancih. Nice game, partner.
Thanks, Al.
All right. I'm Al Pawlowski for Chaz Wolf. We'll talk again very soon. Have a good one. Nice job. Nice job.